Hey parents, do you lie awake at night and worry about your child's anxiety? Are you exhausted from being told that they'll eventually grow out of it or being offered medications as the only solution? If your child experiences persistent worry or stomach aches, maybe difficulty sleeping or frequent meltdowns, you're definitely not alone. Anxiety disorders are now the most common mental health concern in children and affect nearly 1 in 12 children and 1 in 4 teens. But here's something that most people don't realize. Anxiety isn't just about worried thoughts or chemical imbalances. The real root cause of your child's anxiety lies in their nervous system. And the best part is this: there's a natural drug-free way to help them find relief. So who is this video for? This video is for parents whose children struggle with anxiety, whether it's diagnosed or it's not diagnosed, who are searching for answers beyond medications and traditional therapy. So if you're looking for a natural approach that gets to the root cause of anxiety, this information really could change your family's life, and you found a good place to learn more about what you can do. So what you will learn in this video is you'll really discover how anxiety is deeply connected to nervous system dysfunction, what we call the perfect storm and what fuels anxiety, and also how neurologically focused chiropractic care can help restore your balance to your child's nervous system for a really lasting relief so that they don't have to continue to struggle with anxiety. So let's start with a startling reality. Traditional approaches, they often miss the bigger picture. So medications might temporarily ease symptoms, but they don't address the root cause. So today, 10% of children aged 3 to 17 suffer from anxiety and other chronic health challenges. That's not good. And if it's left untreated, childhood anxiety can interfere with social development, academic success, and emotional well-being, as well as setting the stage for a huge lifetime of struggles. So we actually have a practice member who's a high school student. On the surface, she seems to have everything together, right? She has good grades, she's got participation in sports, and a really close group of friends. But beneath that polished exterior, she was really constantly battling anxiety and overwhelming worry. And every test that she had, every social interaction that she had, every small change in her schedule really sent her into a spiral of stress. She struggled with sleep, often had stomach aches, and felt like her mind was just always racing. And her story is more common than you think, right? And if you're here and you're still watching this video, then you know that. There's studies that show nearly 32% of adolescents will experience some sort of anxiety disorder before they turn 18. Now, here's the good news. There is a way to help your child naturally. So let's get into this, help you gain an understanding of what's going on. So I mentioned something that we call the perfect storm earlier. So to truly help an anxious child, we have to look back at the beginning and understand why anxiety develops. Anxiety isn't random. It often sets in motion even before birth. So think about this. Maternal stress during pregnancy exposes a developing baby to high cortisol levels, and that primes their nervous system for stress before they're ever even born. So a good example of this is maybe a mom who's experiencing something called placenta previa, and they have just a ton of anxiety and stress all the time, right? That definitely raises cortisol levels for mom. And guess what? Cortisol levels in mom affect baby when they're in utero, because when they're in utero, they're sharing that blood supply, they're sharing hormone levels, all sorts of stuff. So, and every time that mom has another bleed, right, then that raises cortisol levels even more. What's going on with my pregnancy? Why is this happening? What am I going to do? That, again, directly correlates and doesn't only affect mom, but also affects baby during pregnancy. Now, if you compound that whole situation with a birth intervention, like maybe a C-section, because that's what made sense to get baby out so that mom and baby could be safe, or perhaps they had a forceps birth or vacuum extraction, that can cause true physical trauma to an infant's delicate nervous system, and that'll lead to improper neurological adaptation before babies even had a chance to, really live any life on this earth. So they're starting their life off with significant neurological stress. Early developmental milestones play a crucial role. Delays in crawling or difficulty transitioning between movements may indicate nervous system imbalances. And these early stressors lead to subluxation, which is the chiropractic word for nervous system stress, misalignments and stress that's stuck on the nervous system and the spine that interfere with proper nerve function and increase stress responses. So the whole nervous system connection to this is this. The autonomic nervous system, or ANS for short, has 2 branches to it. We've got the sympathetic side, which is your fight or flight side, and then we've got your parasympathetic side, which is the rest, heal, and digest side of the nervous system. And when these 2 sides of the nervous system are out of balance, children remain in a chronic state of sympathetic overload or dominance, and have heightened anxiety issues and levels. Now, again, subluxation is the chiropractic word for stress that's stuck on the nervous system, and that leads to excessive stress hormone production, which can disrupt sleep and digestion and emotional regulation. The vagus nerve, it plays a key role in calming the nervous system and can become dysfunctional due to spinal misalignments and nervous system stress that's stuck on, and that limits the body's ability to self-regulate and bring balance back to that autonomic nervous system. So this imbalance leads to heightened sensory processing issues and difficulty focusing and chronic worry cycles in children. So then the question that's always asked is, why do traditional approaches fall short? And the answer to that is kind of tricky, but most treatments, they only focus on managing symptoms and not addressing the underlying neurological dysfunction that's going on. So therapy can help with coping skills, but it doesn't reset the nervous system stress patterns. It just helps them kind of cope through some of them. Now, medications can suppress symptoms, but they don't fix the root cause of nervous system dysregulation either. This is why a ton of children and a ton of kids that come to our office don't experience long-term relief and continue to struggle despite the treatment that they've been receiving. So this is where neurologically focused chiropractic care comes in. We take a detailed history to figure out, where is your child within that perfect storm? When did they really enter into the storm? And then we use insight scans to measure how well the nervous system is functioning and identify where those specific areas of stress are stuck on their nervous system. Again, these scans allow us to pinpoint where these subluxations are creating neural interference and creating that dysautonomia that we mentioned earlier. So through precise, gentle adjustments, we then stimulate neuroplasticity, which helps the brain and nervous system reorganize and adapt more effectively. Neuroplasticity is proven science that shows that if we can change the information that the brain's receiving, we can retrain the brain to do things differently. So as the nervous system balances and kids shift out of a fight or flight mode, this leads to calmer emotions, improved focus, better sleep, and stronger digestion, and all the things. So studies show that chiropractic care can enhance what we call vagal tone, increasing the body's ability to regulate stress naturally. And that's true for the story that I told you earlier. This gal, she was struggling with a lot of things, and as she started getting adjusted on a consistent basis and following a care plan, she was able to break that cycle of consistent stress. It was really amazing to see that change in her, and for her to feel confident in that change as well too. That's what we love to see. Those are the miracles that we expect and experience. So here's the deal. If you're ready to help your child break free from anxiety and take back their joy and their life, there's definitely hope. At Renegade Chiropractic, we specialize in helping kids just like yours through neurologically focused chiropractic care. Our approach really is gentle, it's drug-free, and focused on getting to the root cause so that your child can experience lasting relief from their anxiety. Now, the first step is really to schedule a one-on-one consultation and insight neurological scans to understand exactly what's happening in your child's nervous system, so then we can make a personalized plan to help them regulate their emotions. And it truly is personalized. Feel more at ease and then enjoy life to the fullest. Monitor progress so that we can see how are things changing and adapting, right? Is what we're doing actually making the difference for your child? And if it's not, then we modify and adapt so that we can get the change that your child deserves. So if you're ready to get to the root cause of your kiddo's health problems and you don't want anxiety to control your child's life anymore, there's answers and there's definitely hope, and we're here to help you through them. Let us know, we can help. Shoot us a direct message, comment more information below, whatever you need to do. We'll get in touch with you and help make the difference for you.